Now, Christmas-wise, of course, you would have had, as I said, the kids
Yeah.
and all that sort of thing. So it's probably a busy old house. Were you wrecked or were you okay? Did you?
Sure, I'm always wrecked. I mean, like, it's...
You're very weary, aren't you?
Not really. I mean, I'm trying to be more positive.
I know, but the weight of the world's on your
Yeah,
shoulders.
but I'm a napper, so, you know, and
You're a napper.
The naps help.
Okay.
I have anything up to 10 or 15 naps a day, and it's good. And that's something I'm going to try and change this year as well.
Okay.
I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to try and sleep less. But it's like, as you get older, it becomes a kind of an addiction. I love sleep. I love it more than anything else in the world. I mean, when I get up in the morning, my only thought is, you know, when am I getting my next sleep? Like, years ago, I used to boast about like how much alcohol I could put away, but now it's, oh, that was some night last night. Oh, Jesus, I was in bed at 10:10, out like a light. Slept right through to 9:30 this morning. It was a great night, a deadly night. I'm suffering for it now, though. I think I got too much sleep. But I'm an expert on sleep. You know, I am, yeah. I probably know more about it than anybody else in the world. And this is something that I've learned, is that there's a cycle of pyjamas wearing fashion that corresponds with the life cycle of the Irish male. And bear with me on this. You know, when you're 2 years old, if you're a man, and you remember that you got your first proper pair of pyjamas.
Yes.
Little two-piece suit.
Oh, yeah.
Paisley pattern, lapels, breast pocket.
Yes, of course.
To keep your tissue in, or your toy car, or your hanky.
Yes.
And then, you know, and at that age, it corresponds to a time when you behave like a little gentleman. You look like a gentleman, you behave like one. You know, of course, I'll go to bed, mammy. You may kiss me now if you wish. But then a couple of years later, your parents, in their wisdom, they decide to dress you in superhero pajamas.
Absolutely.
And nobody knows why. It's a mystery. But it corresponds to a time in a child's life when he thinks he's invincible. And he operates in his own little solar system for the next 7 or 8 years. You don't see him. He's got very important things to do with a stick. But you know this. It happens to every male. But then you get to the age of 10 and you abandon pyjamas altogether. And so for the next 30 years, it's just underpants and an old Motorhead T-shirt and maybe an eye patch, you know, just for effect. And this corresponds to your own mental and physical and moral collapse during that period. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm all over the eye patch, yep.
But then you get to the age of 40 and you get a new pair of pyjamas again. It's fantastic. With a paisley pattern.
And back to the little... Yeah.
Absolutely.